Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. Bereshit, Genesis, chapter 39. And Yusuf was brought down to Mitzrayim. Then Buthapar, a eunuch of Paro, the captain of executions, a Mitzri, bought him from the hands of the Ishmaelim, who had brought him down there. Also, Yehuah was with Yusuf. Therefore he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Mitzri. Furthermore, his master saw that Yehuah was with him, and that Yehuah made all that he did to prosper in his hand. So Yusuf found grace in his sight, and he served him. Therefore he appointed him over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. Also it came to pass, from the time that he appointed him over his house, and over all that he had, then Yehuah blessed the house of the Mitzri for Yusuf's sake. And the blessing of Yehuah was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Yusuf's hand, and he knew nothing of what he had, save the bread which he ate. Furthermore, Yusuf was handsome in form and appearance. Then it occurred after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon him, and she said, "Lie with me." But he refused and said to his master's wife, "Behold, my master does not worry who is in the house with me, and he has committed all that he has to my hand. There is no one in the house greater than I. Neither has he kept anything back from me except you, because you are his wife. And how can I do this great wickedness and sin against Elohim?" And it came to pass, as she spoke to Yusuf day by day, that he did not hearken unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her. Then it happened about this time that he went into the house to do his business, and no man from the mortals of the house was within the house. And she caught him by his garment, saying, "Lie with me." But he left his garment in her hand. Then he fled and went out. And it came to pass, when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand, and had fled forth, that she called to the mortals of her house. Then she spoke to them, saying, "See, he has brought an Aibri unto us, to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. And it came to pass, when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me. Then he fled and went out, and she laid his garment beside herself until his lord came home. Also she spoke to him according to these words, saying, The Aibri servant, whom you have brought to us, came to me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled. Then it happened, when his master heard these words of his wife, which she spoke to him, saying, After this manner your servant did to me, then his wrath was kindled. Therefore the lord of Yusuf took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison house.